This is my diary from about 3 years ago. I'm gonna read this sentence here which says, I don't think we should worry about AI destroying humans in the future because artificial intelligence is a product of the human brain. That's where we get it wrong. The thing is, nobody really knows how artificial intelligence works, not even the programmers that built it. And now when we see all these instances of AI chatbots, arguing with users, of machines failing miserably at tasks they're assigned to do, and of algorithms giving out the most unexpected results, a question is asked unanimously. Why? In the olden days, programmers used to give chatbots simple if this, then that commands. But as the times progressed, this just wasn't efficient, which is why algorithms were made. To understand how this works, let's take the example of an algorithm that is built to identify and differentiate between two pictures, one of Elon Musk and the other of Doge. So now we can obviously differentiate between the two as humans, but how do we explain this difference in computer language? We just can't. Which is why AI learns by repeated testing. So first off, the algorithm is taken through thousands of pictures of both Doge and Elon. And here it sketches out the common features of Doge and of Elon based on all this data. After this, in the second test, we show it a picture and it tries to identify if the features of this picture match with Elon or Doge. And the one it matches with is the person whose picture is being displayed. So the way AI works is very different from the human brain. It goes through a series of tests. It finds out what are the features of an object to finally understand the object itself. So it's not how we try to figure out what an object is. In 2020, a football club by the name Inverness Caledonian Thistle in Scotland used an AI ball tracking system to track the football in their games. And what happened was very interesting. The viewers on match day were not able to see the ball, but instead they saw the referee's bald head. This happened because the AI tracking system had only gone through 2 tests before. And the thing with AI is, the more the data, the better the system will work, except Microsoft Tay, which is a topic for another video. But you know what? We're tired of this sit-down, head-to-head talking content. Let's do something interesting. Let's go chat with ChatGPT. So now, as we're on the topic of why do AI chatbots lie, let's ask ChatGPT for a prompt, something like, that's an easy enough prompt which any third grader could do, and it gives me some answers. Navigator, neighbor, negotiator. I'm gonna go, what about narrow? And it replies with, yes, narrow is another word that starts with the letter N and ends with the letter R. But any third grader who's learned his or her English properly would know that narrow is not a word that starts with N and ends with R. Let's understand how AI chatbots like ChatGPT work. In the beginning, these chatbots are taken through huge sets of data, millions and millions of websites and texts all over the web. And this huge pool of data is known as a large language model, an LLM. These AI chatbots go through this set of data and they answer questions in a test, as we've seen before. But in this test, they try to complete sentences. So for example, if a prompt was given like Mary had dash, it would reply with Mary had a little lamb, because it's seen that sentence so many times in that LLM. So if a prompt was given like in the hospital Mary had a dash, it would end with in the hospital Mary had a health checkup instead of a little lamb, because it sounds more appealing and it sounds like what a human would say. But this response of ChatGPT, which sounds more appealing and more human-like, is known as neural language processing. So when a prompt like what about narrow is given to a question like that, ChatGPT responds with an output that is most appealing and that sounds most probable to be the truth. The real reason why ChatGPT and other chatbots are actually lying to users is unknown. Like, nobody really knows why it's lying. We're in the developmental stages of AI, so it's bound to make mistakes. So that brings us to an important question. Where are we headed for with all this AI nonsense? Can I really trust anything in this new era? And the answer is, you cannot. And you should not either. There have been so many cases of companies misusing AI that it's almost impossible to differentiate between what's real and what's not right now. And the fact still remains, AI is getting better day by day. Since it's in the initial stages, we're seeing so many errors, but I don't think these errors will remain for a long time. But there's one key thing that you need to understand and remember. Artificial intelligence is nowhere close to replicating actual human intelligence. So AI doesn't have the potential to take away your job for the time being.